Welcome back, Truth Seeker. If you listen to Truth Frequency Radio this evening, my radio program Gematria Effect, Jonathan called in and he tipped us off about this story about Derrius Guice's father being murdered May 3rd, 2003. And if you're not familiar, Derrius Guice, college running back at LSU, he was just drafted in the NFL this year by the Washington Redskins. This is going to be his rookie season. But there's this story here about how his father was killed. On the morning of May 3rd, 2003, before Derrius Guice left his home on Alice Street to go work for a local landscaping company, his youngest son told him he was going to be the best running back to ever come out of the city. He would play for LSU and in the NFL and make so much money, he and his family would never see South Baton Rouge again. The last words I said to my dad, Guice remembers. So, his father murdered May 3rd, a date that we write 5/3 in the United States, kind of like 53, which is that big number in the NFL. 53-man roster, 53-yard wide field. You learn Gematria, the shape of the football is the Vesica Pisces, where Vesica Pisces in Gematria sums to 53. And here Derrius Guice has been drafted in the NFL in the season that will end with Super Bowl 53. And what gets even more interesting is that from his father's murder, May 3rd, 2003, until his birthday that year, June 21st, 2003, which would have been his 6th birthday, was 49 days later. And in Gematria, NFL equals 49, so does Super Bowl, so does America. Super Bowl 53 will be the 49th Super Bowl of the modern era. That's because the modern era started after the first 4 Super Bowls. But further, with regards to 49, Washington sums to 49. And just in case you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers. This dark blue one, probably the most relevant. He's drafted to Washington. You know, he has this prophetic story about his father's death and his last words about how he'll play for LSU and he'll go to the NFL, which is all true now. But again, NFL in the base cipher 49, Super Bowl 49. Again, it's going to be the 49th Super Bowl of the modern era. They call the NFL America's game, America 49. How interesting, you know, for his father to be murdered May 3rd, for him to turn 6 49 days later. 6 a special number in this study, which is biblical. Man made on the 6th day of creation because 6 is the first perfect number. Look up what perfect numbers are. The next perfect number is 28. And look at the word man with the alphabetic order. 28. First 2 perfect numbers, 6 and 28. Man made on the 6th day. The other caller who calls into my radio show every week now, who has Stay Woke Sports, he already did this information. He did a little more decode. And he noticed in 2003, the Redskins were the last team to beat the Patriots. A couple weeks ago, I suggested why we might have a Patriots-Redskins Super Bowl. And he noticed the date of that game was September 28, 2003. He says from the date of his father's death, 9/28, is 149 days. And then he points out 149 is the 35th prime number. Remember, Super Bowl and the septenary, I'll just show you this. Outside of the base ciphers, there's septenary and Chaldean. They are important ciphers. The first Super Bowl won by the Packers was won with 35 points. Super Bowl 35 in septenary. Football 35 in Chaldean. And, you know, big number with Tom Brady. Tom Brady has 35 birth numerology. His name, 35 in this cipher. QB, the acronym 35 in the base ciphers. the entire NFL scripted through the Patriots and Tom Brady right now. He's the center of the league, just like how in the NBA everything's scripted through LeBron James. But notice this headline up here, Run Angry. This is about how, he runs angry because of his father's killing. And we just covered a similar story like this with the Arizona Cardinals player. But check it out. Run Angry, Gematria of 118, like death. 46, like sacrifice. 44, like kill. 98 and 44 are also numbers that connect to the word prophet, and it's a prophetic story. The last words to his father was exactly what his future would become, right? And realize all of this is contrived crap. Everything in the media is contrived garbage. What I've been explaining for years is people at young ages, at ages when they approach adulthood, when they enter into these leagues, these entertainment venues, they have these ritual sacrifices, and it's all for their planned destiny. So when Derrius Guice's father was murdered on May 3rd, it is because, his future was planned out. LSU, NFL, all of this stuff planned years in advance. These players in the NFL are born and bred to be. Same with the rest of the world of professional sports. And, this is another strong example. But with regards to the 118 and 46, I just want you to see this. Patriots, 118. When you use the S exception in single reduction, Patriots sums to 37, like the score of that game, by the way. Again, to come back to that, he showed that the final score summed to 37 points. But when you use the reduction method in the ciphers, if you come up here to the ciphers, how do I get to it? If you do single reduction, Patriots is 46. And what the difference between these two ciphers is S is the only letter you have to reduce 2 times to get to a single digit. So S is the 19th letter. In numerology, 19 is 1 plus 9 is 10. And then you do it one more time. 1 plus 0 is 1. So when you make S 1, Patriots is 37. When you make it 10, Patriots is 46. So both of those numbers connect. And notice Patriots is also 98. So is New England Patriots. That was part of how we knew the Patriots were a shoo-in for Super Bowl 52, concluding the 98th season of the NFL. So, the clues continue to stack for a Patriots-Redskins Super Bowl in Super Bowl 53. And notice just in the base ciphers, let me get rid of some of this so it's not so cluttery to the eye, Patriots also has the Gematria 53. Tom Brady's 5-3 in Super Bowls right now. But again, another example showing you the rituals, the murder rituals for these people's planned futures as entertainers, as star athletes. Derrius Guice was considered the steal of this draft. He was supposed to go in the first round. He fell all the way to the 59th pick. Big number in Freemasonry, also big number stamped all over the black race. Word Negro 59, word Slave 59, word Blues 59. Just covered this earlier with the Tiger Woods story that ESPN released on July 31st. Other things that jump out about his name, Derrius Guice, 77. DC's on the 77th meridian. Don't forget the Pentagon's 77 feet tall. On September 11th, Flight 77 hit the Pentagon 77 minutes after taking off. When you learn Gematria, September 11th, 77. World Trade Center, 77. United States, also in the base cipher, 77. I believe when you write out 77, it sums to 49, like, Washington, like him being the 59th overall pick. Numbers of Freemasonry. 77 is 149. He talked about up here, you noticed that the father's death was 149 days from the Patriots-Redskins game. Think about it. Tom Brady was the face of the Patriots, the Patriot Act right after 9/11. All of this stuff is interconnected. It's all a big planned out script. And don't forget who operates by this code. Judaism 77. Zionist 77. They control the world of theater. The world is a stage. The world of sports is scripted theater. You couldn't have scripted it any better. Another observation, May 3rd, 2003, the date his father was murdered, date with 13 numerology. If you write out 13 with the alphabetic order, 99. If you write out Redskins, 99. 99th NFL season, about to happen. If you write out the United States of America, 99. And they're making a big focus of this season, the flag again, just like it was a big focus last year. Also, if you missed the video I put out earlier today about the Nationals evening their record at 53-53, they did that July 31st, exactly 187 days before Super Bowl 53. Washington, D.C., 187. Check out that video. There's a whole lot more to it. Also, check out the video from 2 weeks ago before any of this happened where I was saying, lots aligning for a Redskins-Patriots Super Bowl. So, thanks, Jonathan, for the observation. There's always more, but we'll leave it there for now. Until next time, Truth Seeker.